chairman, and when the cannabis was in Minnesota, the medical program, and these are the things that we put on our ballot during our election, was to have a medical program. And when the election was over, we had over 90+% of our membership wanted a medical program. So this is the things I really strive to, the leadership out there that's moving towards this endeavor, like what we're doing and other nations are doing, is to let the people voice. And I think it's important because this is the tool I use to my council to move forward for that initial investment that we had to do for expanding our chip factory into converting into an open factory, into a cannabis grow, was they had to have the membership say that we wanted a medical program. And these are the initial phases that I think back at and look back at that, this is where it all started from. It comes from our membership. And like we've been talking about all day is about the healing, and then we talk about the economic development part of this, where we talk about today on the video, he talked about now he's seen badges at 128. We're actually at 140 employees now for our company, and we're continuing to get bigger as each time we open up a dispensary. And this kind of goes back now with legislation back in Minnesota now, where Governor Walz legislation, when they did the recreational bill back in 23 or 22, that it gave tribes the chance to compact with the governor. And we were the first tribe to compact with Governor Walz here this past year. We already opened up 2 locations now. We get 8 dispensaries off the reservation. And 2 of them we opened already. We opened one in Moorhead, Minnesota, and we opened one in St. Cloud. And we hope to have at least 3 more down in the Twin Cities area. So these are things, so I'm thinking 5 by the end of the year that we'll have open, and hopefully the other 3 will be opening early next year. But these are the business aspects of the economic development. The driver for this is, and the product that we produce, and talking to one of my first consultants back there was Richard Talberry, when we had the early years of this, and we were building this, and I've been to these conferences before where, you have the lawyers up here sitting here and they kind of advise the councils not to go down this path. But this is something that was unique with me, with our team that we had as, with my council and our legal department and, of course, our consultants, that, these are the things, the steps that we move forward. This is the part that we decriminalize. And I think Flange, was years before us, and these are the things where you initiate those and you bring it out there, and I think that's the important part about this, is that, the business aspect of it is so important, because, even talking to our CEO and talking about, how White Earth Nation is so progressive when it comes to our employees and to our membership, that we have to pay them if we want them to work for us, and they want living wages, we have to pay our people. And these are things that my council was all behind me, was moving our minimum wage to $19 an hour at the time with our gaming operations. So it kind of moved over into our cannabis operations. So we are actually paying her, when the CEO came up, he goes, Chairman, this is probably what I can say is, like, this is the most wages I've ever seen in a cannabis operation from across the United States, is that what we're paying our employees. So these are the things, I guess, that White Earth Nation, being innovative, these are the things that we are striving towards, is to keeping our employees with us, keeping our employees happy. And I think this is what I try to teach my fellow Ogamas, my chiefs out there, the same things that I was taught, to make sure that you keep our people happy. And I think this is one of the things I'm really proud of with our company, is like, we're growing, we're moving forward, our product keeps getting better and better and better because we keep investing into it. And the employees are the ones, a big piece of it. And the other big piece I want to talk about is our culture. You know, this is the part that I take a lot of pride in, because I go in those rooms, I go in those grow rooms with my hand drum. I bring my assistant with me, and we go sing songs to those plants. So these are the things that we infuse into our gardens, is our culture and our songs, and the healing songs out there. So when these money dues, this medicine, this mashkiki, can go out and help everyone. And I think it's important that we look at it that way, because that's one thing I always talk about to my CEOs. We never ever want to degrade or to, make that plant not do what it's supposed to do. We have to treat that plant with respect. And I think that's what it boils down to, is as a medicine that comes from Mother Earth, Mama Ki, that we have to treat it that way. Because like you said, what Doctor talked about, what everyone's been up here talking about, this medicine that we have, and it's special, especially for us in our ways, in our culture, in our lands. And this is something I really push forward to. And especially with Robert here and him coming to see us a couple times already, that that MHA can do this too. Decriminalize it. And this goes for all nations out there, this Wisconsin tribes, that you can do this. This is something that can be done. And I've been putting their feet to the fire for, I don't know how many years, Robert, for quite a few years now, trying to get my brothers and sisters across both sides of me, on the east or the west of me, to move forward. I think these are the things that why we're in the front seat of this car in Minnesota, that I want my brothers and sisters to be in the front seat of the car too, moving forward with this endeavor. I think this is this is all about, us talking here and meeting today, is us working together and teaching each other, that we can be successful at this business and treat this business as a good business. Like we talk about, what I talked about my elders in the back there, about the medicine and how we use it in that SUD area, the substance use disorder. How can we do this? And these are the ways that we can all come together and figure things out. And I just think it's a good thing, and it's something that I'm here. I'm here. My ears are open. You're always welcome to come visit me in my nation. We give tours. There's just so much that I can only do so much for you to get moving forward in this. Except push you. And if you want me to push you, I can push you. But these are the things, I guess, what President here and that we can really kind of, hopefully, that I can help, and yeah, it's hard. Don't get me wrong, guys. This ain't the easy path. It's kind of expensive, but it can be fruitful at the end. Like what we're feeling right now is what we're doing in White Earth is something that's just unbelievable. So I'm just so happy and grateful for being asked to come up here and talk, for the songs that were sung today, for the MC that was saying the kind words, and the prayers that was done today by that elder. These are the things that this is about, is us, talking and giving back. And I just want to say miigwech to all of you, and thank you. Mew.